the new Parkway Theater, where good food, diverse entertainment, and community create a place for everyone. For showtimes and special events, check out www.thenewparkway.com.
You are listening to High School 555, where sports and comedy regain some culture.
Denver could make it interesting, especially since you got to travel to Denver, and they have shooters.
You altitude. You acting like all these motherfuckers.
Hold on.
The Kobe Bryant book of traveling to Denver. Like they gonna get in trouble.
Hey, bro. Hey, Aaron. If anybody would know, Aaron, you would know what it's altitude sickness.
Yeah, because it almost fucking kills me. I got a fucking genetic blood disorder.
I know.
They ain't got. I'm sure one of them fools on the team might have that. That's true. Cause I don't know. Because all of them fools are high yellow.
They got
and the disease I got is an African American and Middle Eastern thing. Those fools too high yellow. And it's passed down on the mom's side.
You ain't got no blood disease. You got asthma.
Come on.
Hey, I'm calling Kawhi versus Antetokounmpo.
In the next round?
Yeah.
So you got Milwaukee beating Boston then?
I think you got.
That's a big one. I can see calling Milwaukee beating Boston too.
You guys think? All right. So what do
What's
you?
the series now?
It's
2-1?
2-2. I think it's 2-2.
No, it's 2-1.
It's 2-1.
Oh, it's 2-1.
It's 2-1. No, it's not on that. It's slowing that fucking game down. That series down.
Yeah, they slowing it down.
Why was TNT on?
Ain't shit on TNT. They were replaying the Portland.
Wait, so yeah, isn't Milwaukee up 2-1?
Milwaukee's up 2-1. Game tomorrow. Game 4 tomorrow.
Yeah, Giannis looks pretty unstoppable. If the people,
he does.
It really
the
comes
rest
down
of the
to
team score.
Well, it comes down to so they were talking about how they surround him with more shooters this year. Even like Brook Lopez shoots the three, Middleton, Bledsoe's decent at it, but also he's more one-on-one handler.
I like the X factor Milwaukee had with Malcolm Brogdon. So
but he's hurt.
Deep,
He's like George Hill to me.
Mm-hmm. He's a better version of George Hill. Way better version. He's consistent.
Way more athletic.
He's consistent, yeah. And he's consistent.
I feel Jerry, he plays hella robotic.
He does. Yeah. He plays stiff. He plays a little more
like
robotic.
Brown.
But you get, come on, man.
Kevin's tight though.
Kevin was raw, but Kevin would he'd have crazy ass hang time and then shoot like a robot. He just
Shout out to Kevin Brown. Did you throw no look passes like Peadro did when we were growing up? Where he would be looking at you and then throw the pass and then look the other way but hold his hand out and then be like, you saw that no look I gave you on that game winning shot, Aaron? I'm like, fool, you was looking at me the whole time. Just because you still held your hand as you looked the other way. After I got the ball and took a dribble. And then you looked the other way.
I heard a story, Peadro, where you was playing a 25-year-old as a 13-year-old.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. But that was it. Okay, so when we were 17, about to start senior at high school, my next door neighbor artist was like, "Hey man, can you guys play?" He asked my parents, "Is it okay?" My parents were like, "Do you got that? Do I gotta ask Pedro mom and this and that?" It's like, and they're like, they 17. If they want to do it, they can do it. So basically, it was a league for 13 and 12-year-olds, right? Yeah. It was a league for 13 and 12-year-olds, and he recruited.
You ain't trying.
So he recruited me and Pedro, took us in his bathroom and shaved us down, and had us play in this league. Hold on. Okay, all right, not like that. He shaved our chin, a little bit of.
You gonna get that man arrested?
Yeah, if he ain't arrested already.
What's going to happen is somebody going to get pregnant.
We were 17 years old. He brought in other 17-year-olds too on our team. And I'm like, dude, we going to be the oldest people in this league. How we going to pass? Here's the sorry part about it. We get to the league, and everybody got 18 years. And let me tell you, there was one guy on the team. This motherfucker had a full beard and mustache.
He was like 25.
Dude, he was old. I'm like, hold on. Everybody's supposed to be like 12 and barely 13 in this league. Like, you can't be over that. And everybody's had one team. Our first team we played, they had nothing but little kids. And he was actually the one that told people, let's just go out and get, if we all turn our heads, everybody recruit whoever you want. As long as they got to still be in school, though. That was the game. And so he didn't get nobody. We went out there and ran his young ass team, right?
Wow.
The next game, I wasn't there. Pedro was playing against this guy that I know he was. He looked like he was 25.
and I think we scored 12.
I wasn't there that game. I was the leading scorer, and I wasn't there. All I heard from other people was that Peadro got choked out by the dude on their team that got a full mustache and beard. It was like in the middle of the game. See, you know what's funny? I went to school in the Valley, so I was used to like referees making calls. And whenever we played the LA schools, it was like if you played in LA and used their refs, it was like no holds barred. The first time I ever played, I got elbowed right in the throat on a free throw. And I was like, ref. He's like, man, we play rough. The referee said we play rough. And I was like, well, I'm fucking from here. Man. I guess I got to get rougher. It was the worst thing ever happened to me because I took that roughness to the Valley. But the crazy part is, all I heard was, yeah, man, Peadro got choked on a rebound.
Damn.
Took him to the ground.
Damn.
Yeah. So
No call.
here's the other funny part about this. So
I don't think
I
I'm
miss-
about this.
so I miss
with
him. So we running down the court and this kid dribbling. He over there looking like Stephon Marbury. He running down the court. He trying to lay up the ball, score. But that's not the point. I ran down the court chasing him, and I slapped the top of the backboard. And then when I ran back, people was like, "Hey man, how old are you?"
How old are you right now? How old are you? We supposed to be 12. That motherfucker.
I said,
You know
I
what?
turned around and said 13.
You know, my neighbor need to be arrested for having us playing that.
You should have said, I'm Team Wolf, nigga.
Hey, they be like this. We never got. Did we play the third game or it got shut
No,
down
it
right
got
before
shut
we
down.
played?
It got
They didn't
shut
allow us
down.
to play the whole game. The whole league got shut down in the third game.
The whole league.
Hey, Darby Park. Wait, what park was that? Oh, I'm sorry, I got
Is
excited.
that Dorsey?
No,
That was
yeah.
the Jackie Robinson Park next
That's
to
Dorsey.
Dorsey High, and that's where it got shut down.
James Robinson Park, that's where they named the new Obama.
Yeah.
They
named the new street.
Right,
Yeah, you're right.
there.
Obama.
Shout out to LA.
The new
Barack
Rodeo-
Obama
Rodeo
Boulevard.
is now
Hey, I'm a trucker. We don't believe in Obama.
I don't believe he existed. That's where
Show
those
me that
truckers
birth
are.
certificate.
Okay.
Portland, Denver.
Portland, Denver. I'm taking Denver.
You taking Denver?
Yeah, Denver's they're more well-rounded. They got shooters. They have more shooters, and they got a big that can handle the ball and get those shooter shots, which he's been doing. Portland is too much. Those two dudes like trying to run the whole thing, and they lost their Jokic. He's been hurt. That was a big part. That was a big loss.
Jokic. His name was not Jokic.
Yusef Nurkic. Sorry.
Nurkic, yeah.
Yeah, I always got that one.
My bad. Yusef Nurkic. My
But
bad.
your boy Dame Dollar is playing like a man possessed. He is playing like a.
Not today.
Yeah.
Look at his
He
shot
struggled. He
chart.
struggled today.
Yeah, shot. He hit some big shots at the end, but
Oh, he struggled.
yeah, he struggled at the beginning of.
He'll be back next week.
And I think Denver is the team that can actually beat the Warriors.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think that.
I don't think.
I think
They
so.
got killed.
I'm
They're
not
the one
saying-
matchup that they just don't match up well with the Warriors.
Yeah, but the thing is,
There was not one regular season game close,
No,
no
no.
matter where the Warriors at in that time of season. But even when they weren't
And
taking
right now
games
they're
serious.
fucking at all cylinders, bro. Like Denver ain't even gonna run with
no,
it.
I'm just saying. No, hear me out.
I don't want to. It's a waste of my time to listen to think that Denver's gonna beat the Warriors.
No, I'm not saying that's the team that could beat the Warriors.
No.
Portland definitely has no chance against the Warriors. You're telling me Portland has a better chance against the Warriors
Yeah, because
than
Portland
Denver?
can get hot.
No.
Portland got two shooters that can get
Yeah, we're talking
ridiculously
about,
hot.
threes, dog. We're talking about. We're not talking about young.
Denver
fast,
can't hit
fast,
that.
Denver
scrappy.
has more
We're
shooters.
not talking
What are
about
you
young
talking
fast
about?
scrappies. We're not talking about dudes.
All right, name the shooters for Portland. We can have a debate right now. McCollum and Lillard. Okay, who
Lillard,
else?
and then they got Enes Kanter scoring inside.
I'm about to say, you got
He's like the
Kanter
perfect. He's the perfect.
Who the fuck can stop Clint Capella for the Warriors? You really think it's gonna be Bogut? It ain't gonna be KD. Nah, fuck no, it's not gonna be KD. KD's waiting in the wing. Wait, KD's
We're not
always.
even talking about Houston. I'm talking about Denver, Portland right now. And I'm saying Denver poses a bigger threat to the Warriors than Portland. So if I think the team that's going to win it, I'm choosing Denver to win it because Denver has a better chance of beating the Warriors also. And I think they're a better team than Portland. Portland is missing their starting center. Okay, they picked up Enes Kanter, because he got released in the middle of the season, or like 2/3 of the season.
I don't see it possible as Denver, even though they were a 1 seed at one point in the season, to even have enough leg.
Well, here's the deal.
Even legs.
Part of it is that they play in Denver.
Who they have? Dan Gallinari?
No. So there's it's two prongs.
No, what's that? No, the other one, the other like Italian dude.
Gallinari is not on the team anymore.
No,
they don't have another dude. They have Jokic. That's a big dude.
Jokic is good.
He's dope.
Decent.
But my thing is, they play in Denver, so they have the home court advantage when they play there because they're more acclimated to it than most teams are. So that can be, especially if you play in there a couple games in a row, like it can be a shock to the system. But the other thing is they have Gary Harris Jr. whatever. They have the other dude. They have the two high yellow fellas that are the two guards. So they're undersized. They're undersized just like Portland's guards, but they also have Will Barton and they also have Paul Millsap who can shoot 3 and Jokic can shoot 3. All their players on their perimeter, if you leave them over for threes, can hit threes. But Paul Millsap is he's not the same player anymore, but he's still productive. He'll get you a double basically, and he plays good D, gets steals. He's not gonna block shots. They don't.
I can't believe I'm letting you talk.
They don't protect the rim. Neither Portland probably protects the rim better than Denver, but Denver doesn't protect the rim. They have a more spread offense where they shoot the ball more. They have shooters around their lineup that can hit threes, knock down threes.
The only thing I see that would be,
but they don't play deep. They don't play deep.
The Nuggets' advantage is they don't play like the Warriors. I feel like
they're not at the same level. Obviously not.
Well, no.
But their style is different.
Their style is different. Like if you watch a Portland game, their styles are very similar to the Warriors. If you watch, obviously the fucking Rockets play like little brother Warriors. But the one thing I like about the Denver team is they'll figure out how to like really slow it down, let you foul the shit out of them, or take it to the rack and get a 2 at the cup. They do a lot of like slow, methodical passing, no crazy fast breaks. They really look for a set shot. And so maybe that's something the Warriors aren't ready for, you know? Like maybe that's something they just don't know how to block. They stay really far away from their men a lot of times.
Yeah.
So
I just believe all the teams are trying Jennifer.
Trying Jennifer.
He's talking about CJ McCollum when the lady last year went off on him about like not being able to beat the Warriors, not being able to like win a championship. He's like, he wrote back, "We're trying, Jennifer." Basically, he's like, we're giving it 100%. It just happens that we ain't as good.
Stupid ass Jennifer.
But here's what I'm saying. Like, hear me out. Like, I'm not saying the Warriors are definitely gonna lose to Denver. I'm just saying Denver has the offensive ability. They're different from the Warriors and they're different from everyone else because they run their offense through their power forward center. But he's a really good passer.
Thank you for that, Jared.
And he can get their shooter shots.
But there's a mismatch. So when you have Joker out there and Warriors go with the depth lineup.
They can.
Joker is too gooey to keep up with
anybody.
No, I agree. I'm just saying
Denver's too. You can't have Paul Millsap and Joker out there playing KD.
Yeah. I think we all agree.
Yeah.
I think we all agree the Warriors should be in the finals. It's pretty like foregone conclusion. I'm just saying in the next series, finish if they still knock on wood, they still got to finish off Houston.
Man, they finishing off.
I know. I would say that more than likely, but they got to finish off Houston, and then of the teams that they have to play to get to the finals, it would be Portland or Denver. I think Denver they need to worry more about, but they should still be able to beat both those teams. Portland's not gonna be a problem. It's like we got 2 undersized guards who run the offense, and Enes Kanter, who like Kevin Durant's like, bro, I bitched him for like how many years in OKC? Like we not tripping off that fool. Like it's not a problem. Portland's. We tried, Jennifer. Okay, we lost, Jennifer. That's what it's gonna be. Hey, we beat Denver. We lost, Jennifer. I'll see you in like 4 games. That's gonna take a week and a half. All right, I'll see you in a week and a half. They gonna get whooped. All right, I'm calling it here. All right, let's call it real quick, and then we'll take a quick break. Calling here. Warriors, Bucks final. Okay, that's what you call. I'm calling Warriors, Toronto final.
I'm gonna have to go Warriors, Celtics final.
Warriors, Celtics.
You know what? That's close to what I wanted.
It's a hard pick, but like
it's a hard pick, but
come back. Yeah, it's the Celtics, and I think they're hungry, and I hope they
look good.
The Celtics Smart. I need Marcus Smart to really turn up. And
is he hurt?
He hurt right now, but he has been turning up his game.
Yeah, he has been playing. I thought he played.
Jaylen Brown's been turning up his game. He dunked on Giannis. I heard he dunked on Giannis.
There's a lot of hidden talent in Boston.
A lot of hidden talent.
Just can't use it because Kyrie Irving out there wanted to be Pee Wee Kirkland. This ain't blacktop ball, nigga.
But see, here's the difference. All right. Here's the difference real quick. I'm going to say it's like the one thing I'm rooting for is to see another generational, like legendary type talent emerge. Giannis, I think, is foregone conclusion. Kawhi is like still, was he a product of the system, this, that, and the other. I want to see one of them like take that next step. Because I'll tell you this, if you had Giannis or Kawhi on Boston instead of Kyrie Irving, Boston would be foregone conclusion is going to probably win.
Yeah.
Right. Brad Stevens is an excellent coach.
Yeah. But if you had either of those two dudes on that team versus instead of Kyrie Irving, I think Boston would just be like they'd be mopping everybody up in the East right now.
I'm surprised.
And that's how tight those players are. And I want to see one of them.
You know when
I'm gonna call. Wait, let me call mine. I'm gonna go ahead and say Jimmy Butler starts going off.
Oh, that nigga.
In against the war. We're gonna have a 76er Warriors.
the Warriors,
That'll be
all Philly.
All
Philly Warriors, 76er Warriors. That'll be a good matchup. That'll be appetite.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm gonna go against
Big man, we got shooters, passes.
As long as you keep Drake away, that'll be good.
Because I think those guys eventually, even if they have a bad shooting game, you got Butler and Simmons can guard on the wing.
Yeah.
So if Kawhi ain't hitting or Siakam, whatever the dude name is, ain't hitting, you know Kyle Lowry gonna show up. He gonna show up with that 0 for 30 game with 2 assists and 4 turnovers. And he gonna be out there and say, "Well, I tried, coach."
I like how you keep saying he gonna show up. It's like in a negative way.
Show up every year with them bricks. He be out there. He built the wall. He got a wall in front of the basket.
It's like no illegal aliens get into my hoop.
He got a wall around Canada right now.
Come on.
Trump 2020.
Hey Brandon, get me a brew. Thank you, Brandon. You ain't been talking much the last few weeks, but you've been great handing out these brews.
He got that Larinaga.
You got that Larinagas.
You're a great guy, Black Brandon.
You're a great guy, Brandon, with that Larinagas.
All right, hey.
What is that?
You know when you can't talk,
Oh,
when your throat hurt. Peadro had Larinagas once.
Should've been sucking dick, Brandon.
That's because he was in a strip club.
Too much dick sucking. All right, hey. Right now we're about to get to quick hitters, and quick hitters. So what quick hitters is? Pedro, Adarius. Quick hitters is where basically we have a subject. It's more of a short take on it. We're not gonna talk in depth, but we just do popcorn back and forth. If you got a little like one-liner you want to say a one-liner, or if you have like a quick little soliloquy you want to spit out there, you spit out a quick little soliloquy. And it's popcorn around, just taking funny takes on it. Let's do it. All right. So quick hitters. Quick hitters.
First quick hitter. Vince Carter announced he's coming back to the league for his 22nd year. He is 1 year younger than me. He is 42 years old. I'm 43, turned this week.
Hey, shout out to Vince Carter.
Nigga, please.
That nigga might be too old to play in the Big Three.
Shout out to Keegan for trying to come back for a 22nd season.
Come on, he do look like Vince Carter. He do look like Vince Carter. You're right, Keegan look like Vince Carter. Shout out to Vince Carter. I'm 1 year older than you, and I could barely walk and had to go see a back specialist, and now I gotta go see a fucking surgeon.
I like to shout out Ben Gates.
Shit ain't fair, and you over here running around. At least give me a time where I could go around and sleep with tramps too.
I bet that nigga Vince Carter shaved his head with hit Nair.
That means his house smelled like shit. Because when my sisters used to use Nair, I used to get pissed.
Shout out to Vince Carter. I'm glad you out here trying to teach the young players and collect your $5 million a year. You setting your family up real nice.
Be like, what the fuck does that smell? One sister was shaved and the other one used Nair. And she was like, I don't know why she don't just shave.
Yeah, I'm jealous of Vince Carter. Shoot, give me some of that deer antler spray.
Do it to go under your tongue? I think I've been using a deer antler wrong. I've been running it on my genitalia.
Deer Antler Spray sponsorship.
Baylor national championship team.
Women's basketball.
Women's. Mind you that they won the national championship.
Oh, shit, they
only shot
House.
3 3-pointers.
Oh, this is terrible already. They went to the fucking White House.
They went to the White House
fuck.
and got treated. They got treated better than any other. They kind of mocked the fast food, to be honest. They weren't too happy with it, and they joked around about it. And they actually did a lot of Instagram videos making fun of it.
Okay, but what did they get treated to?
They got
Big Macs, and they also had pizza in theirs and fries.
And Chick-fil-A.
What are they complaining about?
Hey, I think they should have been in that kitchen cooking if they got a problem with the fast food.
Oh, man.
That's shit that they talking about in Mexico, y'all. This nigga really Mexican, actually.
Shout out to Baylor women's basketball sponsorship.
Clean something for once.
Shout out
You
to
ain't cleaning no boards.
Shout out to the White House events and dining staff. Holla.
Shout out to whoever brought all the ketchup package.
NCAA women's basketball is better than the WNBA.
I agree.
I apologize to Baylor. You should have had some of the WNBA players in the kitchen.
Shout out to Baylor women's basketball and Don Imus. I don't know. I didn't watch the game. I don't know what this Baylor team looks like, but the last Baylor team that won the national championship, I agree. They had some nappy-headed hoes.
Not honest. You just can't say it out loud, nigga. We know what you was thinking. We agree.
Peadro know, man. He knows some nappy-headed hoes in our household.
Exactly.
If I went on TV and said a bunch of these white girls smell like Miracle Whip, I'd probably be fired from my TV show.
I love smelling pert on a white woman.
I love smelling cashew aioli.
Okay, wow.
Vegan cashew aioli.
Shout out to a white woman sponsorship. An older white woman. A lot of hedge fund money.
Lauren Jobs dating a brother. You know what? If he's too old for you, come meet this 43-year-old down here and we can see what we can do. Got some bills need to pay it off, but I'm willing to make loving for it.
Hey, yeah, that's what we call a quick reparation.
That's what airlines call PayPal.
You got Venmo? Kim Kardashian has got another brother freed from a petty drug-related charge. He was in jail for how many years was it?
He had life.
He had life
from what was it? It was non-violent drug crimes.
Non-violent drug crime. Very petty charge, but she got him. He had life, and she got him off.
His name is Jeffrey from Miami.
That's his nickname. From Miami.
Kim Kardashian. He probably was better off in jail if he's from Florida.
And shout out to you, Kim Kardashian. You might as well change your last name to Tubman.
Kim Kardashian, I appreciate you liberating all these BBCs.
Not only have you freed more black men, but you also have more black men between your sheets than Sports Illustrated and Ebony Magazine.
I don't know if you freed more black men or the black men you fuck has freed more black men.
You know, I'm just happy that my father was released from prison. Now I can go back home and we can have family. That was my dad. I don't appreciate anybody talking about him like that. Come on, Pops. Get that $4 million. Come on home. We miss you.
She ain't giving no money. She's freed a nigga.
Oh, we don't get no money? Oh, fuck that nigga then.
Kim Kardashian, can you now unfree Kanye West's mind? Because that nigga is too free.
Well, I think the reason she's freeing niggas is because she see her husband losing his sanity.
Probably out there looking for a man.
I think she's trying to get
Can you rap, nigga?
D'Angelo Russell gets caught trying to sneak and fly weed to Kentucky out of the airport from New Jersey to Kentucky in a fake Arizona iced tea can.
A fake
Now here's the
Arizona
thing.
iced tea.
He didn't get arrested. He only got cited and has to return to
Let me
court.
tell you the biggest. So I'm not gonna actually speak on how dumb this nigga is.
Is he Nike sponsored?
Not anymore. If he was, it's a wrap. But I will say this about the whole D'Angelo Russell Now, if you're gonna smuggle weed, I'm just gonna give you some tips, right? Because I've smuggled weed all over the world. I'm taking weed to Japan, taking weed everywhere. Go ahead, I dare you to go ahead and stop me. You will never find it. It is in my anus.
Under my nutsack.
Yeah, don't use it in the gloves.
It's in my G spot.
Let me tell you. There's a list of things that aren't allowed, right? There's a gray area when it comes to weed and drugs. They're never listed. Cocaine, never listed. Prescription pills, medication, sometimes are listed, but for the most part, never listed. Needles, hypodermic, all that shit, never listed, right? So medicine, medical shit, never listed. So you can maybe kind of wiggle it through semantics, maybe get cited. Stuff like that can happen. The one thing the airports don't fuck with across the board is beverages, nigga. Everybody knows that. What you thought they was gonna let you take in a 99 cent can soda to a fucking airport? No, nigga. That's a pipe bomb, nigga. Like,
one thing you're right. That's
what the fuck are you thinking? I've been stopped 20 feet before I even got to the fucking checkpoint. Be like,
having water. Shit, I was gonna finish that.
Water out.
Having water.
You dumbass bring the one thing. I'ma hide my weed in the liquid object. Dumbass.
That's a tall ass can.
What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, shout out to D'Angelo Russell.
What the fuck?
Shout out to D'Angelo Russell. We know all Arizona iced tea cans are no less than a liter.
And they trying to smuggle a liter of fucking sugar juice.
Travel size.
I got a travel size Arizona iced tea. Like, nigga, they don't make those.
It's $1.49. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here.
He went to the Target section. It's like, they got the Arizona.
I'm a family kid. Nigga, get out of here. They're never gonna let you in with that. You're a piece of shit for that. That's the dumbest thing ever.
Shout out to D'Angelo Russell. I hope you told him it was duty free Arizona.
You could have just had it in a bag, sitting plain, and might have got through.
You were so much better. Just put it in your pocket, my nigga. Like in your pocket.
And take it out and put it in a little thing with your keys and cell phone.
Just
I'm like, oh shit, I had that on me? But fuck it, I have to go through.
I gotta toss it.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing a fucking gallon of fucking sugar water on the plane, my nigga? You NBA player, they're like, why does he have cheap soda with him?
He got cheap.
Gucci belt, cheap soda, Gucci belt. What the fuck is this cheap soda?
I read what article said. Obviously, D'Angelo Russell ain't got no black friends because one, he got them stupid ass, old ass dookie braids in his hair. They said no black friend will let him walk out like looking like that. And two, none of them would told him to put the shit in the Arizona iced tea can. They were like, just give it to me, man. I'll put it in my cigarette thing and take it over.
Shout out to D'Angelo Russell for stealing Raven Simone's hairstyle from the 90s.
I'm actually proud of D'Angelo Russell. He's bringing a 1990 game back to the NBA where he's shooting freely. He's got a good jump shot. He also bringing a 1990 trick to the airport. Exactly. Wrapping in some aluminum foil.
Just do a Damian Stoudemire and Allen Iverson. Just get caught at the airport with it.
Shout out to the ghost of the Portland Trail Gangsters. He brought that spirit back.
Shout out to the Portland Trail Gangsters and Jailblazers sponsorship.
Like, that's honestly the dumbest thing in the world.
I was mad.
Yo, the other thing,
Arizona iced tea though.
The other thing that's crazy about the fucking New Jersey airport, which is even crazier, you can technically fly out of any airport that marijuana is legal. So New Jersey airport, he can technically leave. The only reason he got caught up, probably, was the fucking Arizona iced tea can. Like, that's literally the only reason he
And he's like, I can't throw this away.
I won't throw my 99 cent can away. They're like, what the fuck
What's wrong with you, nigga?
He's like, don't touch my soda.
It's closed.
My soda is so important.
This is sacred.
This is my sacred
You are
beef
infringing.
flavored iced tea. Well, no, it's regular flavor.
Hey, look, I
Religious
got no
freedoms.
lotion.
Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is his homies? Like, what the
goodness.
fuck?
I pray to the Lord of diabetes.
I hit on my weed. Where is that, nigga? It's inside my Glock. I smuggled some weed. Really, nigga? Yeah, I hit it inside a whole bunch of cocaine. All right? Like, what, nigga? Like, what are you thinking, bruh? Oh my god. D'Angelo Russell. The snitching thing was one thing. This is showing your real colors. You are dumb as fuck.
Shout out to D'Angelo Russell sponsorship. MLB came out and announced that they disciplined George Springer for using abusive language, homophobic language towards the umpire. He wasn't suspended because he played. He
played 5 straight games, and I let you know he wasn't suspended.
But they disciplined him. It's probably through a fine of some sort. Which
we don't know, so it means it probably is nothing.
So what did he call him? Homosexual?
No, he called him
Tony Romo-sexual.
He called the umpire after a call he didn't like, cocksucker from the dugout. And they said they could see it clearly. He's saying it in the dugout, yelling it. Yeah,
that's homophobic.
I think it's the connotation with what it is that if you suck dick, you are a submissive state. But I don't know, like, because it was a man to a man, so maybe they took it as homophobic.
What if you perform fellatio on a transvestite? Shout out to Peadro Bryson.
That's not homosexual. I agree.
Shout out to Peadro Bryson sponsorship.
Shout out to Peadro Bryson. Hopefully get a speedy recovery. He just had a heart attack, which neither one of you fools know. And go call him out.
I didn't know that. Hey, shout out to Peadro.
He had a heart attack a few days ago.
Let's edit that.
No, don't edit shit. You seem fucked up.
Pendergrass. Give me a mention.
Teddy P.
Teddy P wasn't with no transsexual. Wait, when he got in a car accident?
So when he got in that car accident, he had somebody in the car that looked like a woman, but may have had something between his legs.
Man, he probably was just in the car with Sylvester, the singer, and they were working on a song together. You make me feel. So I had to do it. Come on, might be real. No, yeah, that's the crazy thing. George Springer got so-called. I wonder why, because there were a couple players last year. I mean, maybe it's me still pissed off that the Astros beat the Dodgers in the World Series a couple years ago. But there have been players in the last 2 years that got suspended for using homophobic or racist words, and they got suspended for a game. Or Julio Gurriel got spent the first 5 game of the series for saying a racist thing about the Dodgers.
He did the ice thing. He
did the ice thing. He got spent 5 games to start that year off last season. Yeah. And it's like George Springer.
Well, they came down with it in the playoffs, but they didn't suspend him for the playoffs. So it's going to be for next season. That was interesting. But I'll say this.
Can't even cuss in the dugout anymore.
Well, what makes it interesting is that there was also Tim Anderson got suspended about 2 weeks ago for calling a white player the N-word, and he called him basically a fucking weak ass nigga. After he hit a home run at the beginning of the game, he came back up later on in the game in the same picture.
He threw his bat. They act like it was a bat flip. He was throwing it towards the dugout.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bat.
So Tim Anderson hits home run. He throws his bat. He's emphatic, but not. It wasn't.
It wasn't disrespectful. I don't think it was disrespectful.
He looked at his dugout and yeah.
He was yelling at him. He was juice.
But his next at bat, he got plunked by the same pitcher. And in the scrum and the fake brawl, they always keep calling it brawl every time they post something about it, trying to get people to look at it. It ain't no brawl. It's a bunch of dudes sitting there, basically just measuring dicks. He called the pitcher a weak ass nigga, and so the MLB baseball suspended him for 1 game, the pitcher for 5 games for hitting him. But basically, he got suspended for a game for calling a black man got suspended for calling another player a nigga, the N-word. Which is interesting. So baseball is starting to crack down on some of these, non-PC terms that they know that they're being said and being yelled in explicit terms during the game. So it's interesting. I don't know how you feel about the Patriots. Do you think a brother should be suspended for using the N-word in sports?
I've been called an N-word in sports. Actually, I've been called an N-word at church. When they was trying to pray them demons out of me.
In the name of white Jesus and all great white men who have come thereafter, I command our black nigger soul back to the depths of hell. Is that all you got, nigga?
He's a brother, so he can use the N-word. That's our word, as they say. He might be, how do I say it? At least he didn't call him a cracker. And I believe you need to move on. Everybody's just too sensitive. I like my racism good old fashioned. Yeah. Just be, say whatever you want to say, and then see me later after the game.
Yeah. I agree. I think if they wanted to fine Tim Anderson a little bit, because he's getting a game check anyways by being suspended, so that's like a fine already. But I'm like, I think one of the reasons why there is so much racial discord, or there's this this tension between races still, is because we haven't truly reconciled the racial history and the issues that and basically the evolution of our country based upon the racialization in our country. And so you have cultures who have adapted to an unfair system in different ways, and it's basically like, I don't like, it's one of the analogies I have for black people is like they're like the abused child who's been, you know, abused at home, locked in the closet, mistreated their whole life. They've been called one name their whole life, and they get freed from that terrible situation, whether it's family, foster, whatever, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And this abused child now, this traumatized child, you are now saying, all right, we're gonna give you these so-called resources. You are equal now. We're gonna make sure you're protected under it, supposedly, but we're gonna hold you to the same standards that we do everyone else who has never been abused. And there is gonna be conflict, and to adjudicate or to judge or hold accountable somebody who's been abused and neglected or mistreated for generations and lifetimes, and a culture that has evolved from that is unfair still. I think there hasn't been time to heal, there hasn't been time to educate, there hasn't been time to find a common ground within the social cultural construct, and thus you have a lot of people black people are always gonna, you know what I'm saying, have challenges within white or mainstream America, because it's not a culture that has accepted them from the get-go. It's just recently been acceptable, and even then it's in a way that feels foreign, and a lot of times causes that discord, and to hold people to those same standards of anybody else who's been able to thrive through generational privilege and generational wealth in that system is short-sighted, unfair, and kind of just asinine, you know. So
our culture is not accepted anywhere. It's not accepted in Africa. When we talking about America, give me a magic moment there. So,
Africa either though, you're right on that.
Our culture is not accepted. All they want us to do is entertain. That's all we are made to do on this earth. And for them to put rules on top of rules, just let that play out on the field.
Yeah.
Because, like this, what are they talking about? The unwritten rules. So you can throw a ball at a man's head if the guy hits a home run, flips it back. And I think that stuff needs to stay in house. Just, I think it needs to be handled in house. But I guess with all this 24-hour news, we know about it. I'm pretty sure baseball players, like when black people actually played baseball in the 80s,
the 80s,
70s, and 60s, I believe it's worse things were said, you know.
Especially towards black players.
Yeah, they trying to fix it, but then they trying to make it's, I don't know, that's kind of like a catch-22.
Yeah, no, my main thing is like there has to be a grace period, and the grace period isn't over yet, but people want it to be over. They don't want to be faced with the guilt. They don't want to be faced with the repercussions. They don't want to be faced with the unintended circumstances or the intended circumstances that still haven't been mended or healed. Or
who taught you the color?
Yeah, there isn't the afforded understanding of our culture, and also the development or evolution of our culture within this paradigm. And I feel like until that happens, and until that's like understood and accepted and acknowledged and dealt with in the manners and the channels that it needs to be, like there's always going to be this dissonance and this problem between our.
He should have known that he playing baseball and you can't use the N-word.
Man, according to Kurt Schilling, he heard it 100 million times. So
from all his black teammates.
Yeah, Kurt Schilling had a lot of black teammates on the Phillies teams and the Arizona teams. You know, so I think was it Luis? Who was the dude that was the home run hitter, the left-handed dude? Luis Gonzalez.
Luis Gonzalez.
And he might have been part quarter of 18th black, so he probably said nigga a lot.
No, man, you gonna listen to shit Kurt Schilling say.
Kurt
Between
Schilling
him and
shit.
Lenny Dykstra, the world's a better place if they were no longer breathing.